Hello and welcome to Off the Page. Winning prizes. Like the cry of walkies to a restive poodle, the very words bring an involuntary frisk to my metaphorical tale. I love winning prizes. Doesn't everyone? Well, I don't know, actually. With me to talk and write about prize winning are three competitive souls whom I shall challenge to disavow the frisson which accompanies the opening of the envelope, and to tell me whether there's any prize, however ironic, they'd rather not win. Martin Isherwood, beside being head of music at the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, is a songwriter, about which more in a moment. I started writing songs a long time ago, he says. There's a myth in the music business that you're only any good when you're young. I think that as a writer you mature and get better. Ah, how very true. A self-taught guitarist in Manchester bands in the 80s, he got from nowhere to a master's degree in composition. All the while performing, writing, sound engineering, producing, promoting, and, he says, trying to feed himself. Read us what you've written about winning prizes, Martin.
As a broke musician, just out of college, having finished 9 years of study with a master's degree in music, I was highly qualified, heavily in debt, out of work, and not even in a band. The Musicians' Union meeting on Sunday morning unusually was to feature a raffle with a prize of 2 days in a pro-level recording studio. I needed to win that prize, I needed a demo, I needed to get my music going again, I needed to put all that I had learned into practice. I needed more than a certificate saying that I was a great songwriter, I needed to prove it. I walked across Manchester to the other side of the city, filling my head with positive thoughts. For the 30 minutes the journey took, I repeated over and over, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm the best, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm the best. I sat at the back, near the tea and coffee. As the meeting began, the free raffle tickets were handed out. Beginning at the back of the room with me, I was given ticket number 1. Great omen, it's what I wanted, a number 1. Number 1, however, never, ever gets picked out in a raffle. It doesn't happen. My rap faded. My soul sank. The meeting progressed in its usual dull manner. Union meetings are often dull, but when the members are all musicians, dull becomes more acute, more sharp, more clear. Scottish Claire, who'd had a recent chart hit, was a welcome familiar, late addition to the meeting, finding space at the back of the room next to me. We whispered, hellos, and nodded and smiled and gestured silently. Do you want tea? She whispered. As I watched her stir the tea bag round, press it against the side of the cup and lift it out. I saw it coming. I shook my head, furrowed my brow, and looked silently concerned as I pointed and waved at the waste paper basket containing the raffle tickets. A lot of fuss for the guy who doesn't want a drink, her bemused face revealed her thoughts. As she sat down next to me, I bent to her ear and said, you put your tea bag in the raffle tickets. Shock, horror, no, sharp intake of breath, hand in mouth, shaking, laughing, shit, no, I don't believe it. As the meeting drew to a close, the error apparent, due to unforeseen circumstances, we'll have to draw the raffle again. Starting at the front, the free tickets were handed out. I would be last to get a ticket. I resumed. I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm the best, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm the best. Number 47, come on. The raffle for the prize of 2 days in the top recording studios, and the winner is number 47. With the prize, I recorded a Eurovision Song Contest entry. It was placed in the final 25. The year after, I recorded another entry at the same studio. It made it to the BBC semi-finals. As I got the news that it hadn't made it all the way to the finals, a man walked past me in the street saying, coincidentally, 3rd time lucky. I resolved to try one more time. My next entry, Crybaby, made it to the Radio 2 finals, went on to win the BBC Song for Europe finals, and then on to represent the UK at the Eurovision Song Contest. The rest, as they say, is history. I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm the best, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm the best.
Martin Isherwood, but seriously, Martin, it must have hurt.
My head felt stranger than it's ever felt in my life. I have to say that as I watched the performance happen, I knew there was something obviously wrong with the sound. I knew something wasn't going well. I actually watched it from a large square in Manchester, having been invited to stay in Manchester and sort of participate in a big festival that was going on there. And I took myself away from all the group of family and friends that I was with and sat in the quiet corner of a pub watching it anonymously, fearing the worst, really. And it was shocking.
Thank God they sang off key, because say they'd sung it absolutely wonderfully and you'd still got nul point. That would have been much worse. You can blame the performer. You would be far too much of a gent to do that, but.
I mean, as the voting was about halfway through and Terry Wogan came out with his, I think we're going to have to blame this on the war or something like that. You know, a small light bulb of hope went on somewhere, you know, that maybe there is a way out. And people were coming up to me in the pub and patting me on the shoulder and going, it's all politics, yes, it's all bollocks, it's all politics.
I'm dying to find out about this. Because I've had some pretty bad disasters in my day on things that I thought I'd done very well. And when I heard your song, I thought it was quite reasonable. I enjoyed it. But what happened? Why do you think it did so badly?
It is a good song, and I will say it's a good song. Hereafter, it is a good song, and it's proved it's a good song. You know,
has it made the charts and so on?
Absolutely, in terms of chart position, yeah. Statistically, I was sent an article by Yahoo and OneTel, their music sites. They sent me an article, 2 articles actually, that statistically prove it's one of the more successful or most successful Eurovision entries the UK's had in terms of chart position over the last 15 years or so. It's up there in the top. So there's nothing wrong with the song. What went wrong? I think a number of things went wrong, and there's been a lot of speculation in the press about faulty sound systems, absolutely. And I think, you know, for inexperienced performers that we inevitably put forward into Eurovision, because the Premier League, if you like, of performers won't touch it. We always resort to putting forward inexperienced, young, fresh-faced people up against people. If you read through the Eurovision brochure, every other country put forward performers that have had a 10-year pedigree of success in their own country. And it's a hugely intimidating thing to do. You're on TV in front of up to 600 million people, you know, being right across the world with 6,000 people in an Olympic stadium with all sorts of reflected sounds and distortions that reflected sounds can have. And if that's the first gig of your size and your monitors aren't working, that will shake any performer. Even established chart performers, I think, would probably come unstuck in that kind of environment. And Eurovision is always about, it's never about the song, it's always about the performance on the night. So add into the equation, I don't think that anyone likes us in Europe at the minute. And you have a recipe for, well, maybe disaster.
Do you think that sports, it's different from the rest of life, and that playing the game really is the only thing or the main thing with many sportsmen?
I don't really play any sport. I swim, which is a solitary activity, and you know, all sorts of shapes and sizes of people overtake you in the pool, you know, and so you've got to resign yourself to just how fast you can go, you know, and it doesn't matter how large, small, you know, 6-year-old kids go past you and 70-year-old women go past you. So, but I've been very impressed with the attitude of sports people who sort of just pat you on the back and go, well, it's an achievement and well done, and just that no matter what level you get to before you bow out, they seem to have a very positive attitude.
No, that's just what you say in sport. It's the thing to say. I don't think it's what you think.
And I have actually done it once. I took a deep breath and decided I just had to let other people win, and it was ridiculous to be that competitive about a tiny show jumping event in the local village or something.
I mean, I suppose you're right in one sense, because no matter what level of achievement in sport, and as I say, I don't play, but it seems you can rack up a cabinet full of trophies for just, you know, and look very impressive, and you see all sorts of people. I was playing chess with a 7-year-old yesterday who having beaten me once and was looking like he was going to beat me in a second game, got one of his dad's trophies out of the cupboard and said, we'll play for this. As soon as I beat him, he put it straight back. Game over.
Len, you've obviously turned the Ig Nobel Prize to your advantage, but are there prizes that are not worth winning, that are just too ironic to be anything other than ashamed of getting?
I think the prizes that are not worth winning are the ones where everybody thinks that somebody else should have got it and have no worries about letting you know.
Yes.
I don't think I'd like to win Dieter of the Year. I'd be very paranoid that I might put it all back on again once I'd been sort of photographed and then turned away from. So I don't want to be Dieter of the Year.
How about the Jasmine Award for Best Article on Men's Fragrance? Did you know that existed?
No, it doesn't exist,
yes, it does
it?
Yes.
Well, I bet that's paid for by the beauty industry, and I certainly wouldn't want to win that either.
How about you, Martin? Are there any prizes you'd rather not win?
I think I've won some of them actually already, but probably not on a national scale like that. But I was just thinking of. My mum used to go to a Mothers' Union meeting every Wednesday, and they had a raffle at the Mothers' Union meeting, and she used to come home with a packet of Paxo or a tin of cocoa, having won the raffle, you know. And,
People still do that.
And I don't know. Every time I bought a ticket for a bottle stall, I came home with a tiny bottle of Cresta cream soda pop that I thought they stopped making 20 years ago. You know,
or did you used to have pomaine?
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
always pomaine, always the pomaine.
What was pomaine?
Well, no prizes for guessing what I'm going to say next, which is that time has run out. My guests on this last Off the Page of the series have been Lucy Cavendish, Len Fisher and Martin Isherwood. I'm Matthew Parris. Goodbye.